The legend lives on from the Chippewa on down to the big lake they call Gitchagumi. The lake, it is said, never gives...
Now, the update about my channel for the next few weeks. As we all know, Halloween is coming up. If you've been watching Cinemassacre, he does the James and I don't know if Mike's involved, but they do the Monster Madness, where each day they review a movie, and it's a lot of fun to watch. I really recommend you watch that if you don't already, which a lot of you probably do. But anyway, I kind of wanted to do something for Halloween because, you know, Halloween is like, I don't want to say it's special to me because I really didn't participate in Halloween too much, but around Halloween time, there are great movies on TV. There's some great Halloween-themed stuff. It's a very festive time, and it's just a lot of fun. So I thought I would do a Halloween special of my own. Now, here was my idea. I've heard somewhere the 13 Days of Halloween. I don't know where I heard that. I don't know what it is, but that's what I'm going to call this sort of little thing I'm going to do. For the 13 days leading up to Halloween and including Halloween, so the 12 days before and then Halloween, I'm going to be doing a Halloween-themed video. So what will that entail? Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking game reviews, sort of like gameplay with commentary review sort of things. Movie reviews, some classic Halloween movies, things of that nature. So I'll do 13 of them. If there's any certain movie or game you wanna see, let me know, because I can try and if I have it, I'll do it. And then that raises this question: what is the best way to capture video from a system? I don't know. I don't want to use like a capture card. I want it to be cheap. I'm not looking to spend $100 or $50. I want it to be fairly cheap and effective, and I don't want to use emulation. I have too many problems with computers and emulation. So, sorry my phone keeps saying droid. It's a stupid thing. But, yeah, I don't want to use emulation, and, so I just want a good way to capture footage from my TV. So that's my plan for the future until Halloween, and I hope you guys like
first
the idea.
tag. I was tagged by the Video Game Junkie. The tag was originally started by TheSecretGameRoom, I believe, and it's your favorite Rockstar game. And when I first read that I was tagged and what the tag was, when I thought Rockstar, I thought that it meant like maybe a game about a band or something. But I don't know why I thought that, but it's actually Rockstar, the game company. Which, to be honest with you, I'm not a huge fan of Rockstar. I don't play very many of their games. I know that they are good. I have Grand Theft Auto 4, but I never could get into it. But it is kind of fun to play and just try and chase the cops. But anyway, what's my favorite Rockstar game? I'm gonna go ahead and have to pick Grand Theft Auto 3, because that's the one I've had the most fun with back on the PlayStation 2. Even though I never had a PlayStation 2, it was my brother's, but I used to play it all the time. Put in a cheat code for like sniper rifle and all that, and just go to town. Just go to town and have a lot of fun. Other than that, I've only played Vice City a little bit. Grand Theft Auto 4, pretty decent amount, but I've never played like Red Dead Redemption or LA Noire. They did that, right? I think so. I've never played that, so maybe if I played those, my answer would be different, but as of right now, that's it. Okay, so the next two tags, by the way, thanks to the Video Game Junkie 99 for tagging me in that. So the next two tags are going to be by MaximumRD, and the first one is, what is your favorite Atari computer and your favorite Atari console? Like, if you can only pick, one of each for the rest of your life, what would you pick? Alright. This is tough. The reason it's not tough for the computer, because the only real answer I can even say is the Atari 800 XL, because that's the only one I have, and it's the only one I have experience to. So that's going to be my answer for the computer. And I only have two games for it, Pac-Man and Star Raiders. So, I'm very limited to the market of those computers, so I don't know much about them. But I'd say the Atari 800 XL. Now, console, I've seen a lot of people picking the 7800 because the 7800 can play 2600 and 7800 games both. That's true, and I probably would normally pick that. But I don't think that's the point, really, of the tag.
because the way I'm going to look at it is, let's say if I have a 7800, I can play 7800 games. If I have a 2600, I can only play 2600 games, 52 Jaguar. So in that respect, I would pick the 2600 over the 7800 because its library is much more vast, and you know, it's got a lot of great games on it. Like, my favorite is Missile Command. So, I mean, I know I can play them on the 7800, but I don't think that's quite the point. I think plus, I mean, it's got wood grain finish, and it's hard to beat a wood grain finish. But yeah, I'd pick the 2600 because it's, I don't know, I think it's got a better well, I know it has a better library than the 7800. And mind you, that's all I'm basing this on, the 7800 library. Not that the fact that it can play 2600 games. But if I were to factor that in, I'd probably pick the 7800. Okay, so Rob's second tag, because he's done 2, is, what is it, positive points about a bad console, computer, or handheld, I believe is what it is. I think he did a tag like this a very long time ago. It was like a console that you like that other people hate on. I think that's what it was. And I think I participated in that as well. And let's see. I think I'm gonna probably pick the same console, the Sega CD. Or should I pick the? No, I'll pick the Sega CD. I was contemplating the 32X because other than that, those are the really only bad consoles I have. And the reason I say they're bad is not because, in my opinion, they're not, but because they kind of did fail and they were, you know, not very good. So, what are good things about the Sega CD? First off, it's got excellent music. You know, most of the games, like Sonic CD, the Terminator, they take advantage of being on a CD, and they have some great music. Even Road Rash on the Sega CD has some Soundgarden music, and I don't really know who Soundgarden is until I was exposed to that game, and they're really not my style of music. But nonetheless, you can play full-on, you know, music in there. So there's that. You can also look at the RPGs. The RPGs, like Lunar, there's 2 Lunars on there. Let's see, you got Vey, I believe Vey's an RPG. Dark Wizard. You know, there's quite a few RPGs on the Sega CD that are good. Now, a counterpoint to that is that in order to play most of them, you'll need the Sega CD backup RAM cartridge, which can be expensive. And somebody needs to make an aftermarket one of those for like $10, because they'd sell a bunch of them. Because it's not something that really I would get out of collectability. I would get it more for the fact so I can play the RPGs. It's kind of I don't like that. But you know, you got to think about the limited space they could put in a Sega CD. Now, notice, or not notice, but note when I'm talking about the Sega CD, I'm talking about the CDX because that's the only one I have. I have 2 broken Model 1s and a broken Model 2 Sega CD, but I'm actually talking about the CDX. So a more positive point about that, it can play CDs. You can listen to music on it. Just plug some headphones in. You can even put batteries in and put it in your pocket if you have big enough pockets and just walk around with it. So that's another good thing about it. It's the CDX as opposed to the Sega CD. What are some other good things about the Sega CD? It's got a pretty good array of games. It's got your shooters, your RPGs, your platformers, your point and click bullcrap, your racing games. It's got a Star Wars chess game. So, you know, it's got a little bit of everything. It's got a shitty golf game on it, but whatever. Let's see. It's got some. It's got a first-person game. Battle Corps is a first-person game, or Battle Corps. I'm not sure how you'd say it. I guess. That's a first-person, kind of like a first-person shooter. Although I wish, like, I'm pretty big fan of first-person shooters. I wish they had more on the system. Although they probably, I'm not sure how they'd run. I don't think they could put Doom on the Sega CD. They did it on 32X, but I don't think they could do it on the Sega CD. I'm just sort of looking over here at some of my games and any notable ones. You know, you got your shmups. Final Fight CD, you gotta beat them up on there. So, you know, it's got a vast array. Snatcher, I don't have that, but that's an interesting one. Some light gun games, Lethal Enforcers. You know, some good stuff. It's not bad, and you don't only get a Sega CD for collectability. It's also a fun system to own and play, and it's actually, yeah. Thanks to Video Game Junkie 99 once again, and MaximumRD for the great tags, and I'll talk to you guys next time.